That first time taking your ADHD meds is like your brain stops. It's just the most unreal feeling when it works. When it works, it's just exactly that. You all of a sudden you're like, chatter, 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 chatter. What? Where are the voices in my head? I can now focus. Welcome to the ADHD Fempreneur podcast, where we unleash the power of the ADHD entrepreneurial mind. I'm Kerry Fitzgibbon. Ladies, let's turn your superpower into success. So welcome back to another episode. Today is super exciting. I'm going to be going through and reacting to other ADHD videos that are out there on social media. I hope you love it.
Have you ever stood, by the way, near the end of a marathon? My favorite part, after 5 hours in. That's when you see everyday people who have committed to doing this, dragging themselves through 26.2 miles of a race course. They are walking or limping or wheeling. It is not about the time that it took for them to get there. What you experience is the heart and the soul of a winning spirit. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't quit.
Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't do much in that one because I was too it's true. I love that piece personally because I run marathons and can absolutely 100% relate, not just in marathon running, but also in everyday life. You know, the old saying that, you know, how do you eat an elephant? Well, it's one bite at a time. A marathon and business and anything like that is exactly the same. You just put one foot in front of another. Just absolutely love that.
Side hustle tier list for 2024, go. Drop shipping, F tier. Most of the products are shitty quality from China, shipping times take way too long, and there's way too much competition. Affiliate marketing, A tier. You can make a lot of money, but you need a pretty large following, so it's a little tough to get started, but once you do, it's a great side hustle. Social media marketing agency, B tier. There's no cost to start at SMA, and you can charge high monthly fees, but because the monthly fees are so high, customers tend to churn out or stop paying pretty quickly. Amazon FBA, D tier. It's similar to drop shipping, but there's a whole lot more regulations and problems that you have to deal with because you...
Too complicated, Amazon. Amazon is very, very complicated. I wouldn't start it as a first business at all.
White label SaaS, S tier. This business model requires almost no money to get started. You can make monthly recurring revenue and the profit margins are over 90%.
What I really, really love about these side hustles is the fact that they make money really, really quickly, especially for ADHDers. Like it's just starting something. Start something, get it making money really, really quickly, and then you get the dopamine hit. So it's fantastic. The downside to some of the stuff is that he makes it sound really, really easy, and it's not. It can be if you've got a lot of experience, but you can actually end up banging your head against the wall trying to start the stuff. It's really not as easy as what he's saying. So if I was to choose any of these side hustles, all of them you need followers. All of them you need to actually know how to market, to be honest. Like it's so easy, put a white label out. Well, who are you going to get to buy the white label? Who are you going to get to do the affiliate marketing? You need a list, or you find JV partners that have a list to do that too. So all of it you need to know marketing. But if I was to pick one of these, if I was doing an e-commerce business, or I have an e-commerce business, I actually started drop shipping first. So that was where I cut my teeth in e-commerce, was doing drop shipping. And then I proved the concept and then ended up getting my own stuff and importing my own stuff.
Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Ni le bien.
That is so true. Often we can end up procrastinating, so we make sure everything is set up properly. We're not even neat and tidy people, but often if you're going to do something that you really don't want to do, you'll set everything up and you'll make sure it's all, everything's on your desk and then you'll get to the end of it and you go, oh, I'm bored now, and walk away. It's procrastination.
Things not to do if you have ADHD part 2. Stay up late. Very bad for your ADHD. Not think ahead. only honor the moment rather than all the moments. Caffeine, short-term benefit, long-term problem. And the one big thing not to do, start fights with people.
I was super afraid he was going to say one of the things you should not, definitely not do is drink alcohol. Really afraid. It was bad enough doing the caffeine, staying up late. Sorry, I do some of my best work at night, but at least he didn't say that. So that's okay. He's 100% correct with everything he said there. Although some people are actually using caffeine as an experiment on whether it helps them focus and whatever. So the fact that he said that it's short-term benefit, big-term problems, I'm not sure. I mean, you do what you have to do. He's probably knows more than I know about it, but that's what some people are actually finding very beneficial. So at least it wasn't alcohol.
If you have ADHD and you go on vacation, when you return, you know for a fact that this thing is not moving unless you urgently need something inside it because your executive dysfunction won't let you put it away for the next 3 months.
I literally have come away from 2 months of travel. 2 months of travel. I have the first, because I went to one country first, came home, and then went off to another country. One was warm, one was cold. I've got my bag packed for Bali still on the ground, and right next to it is my bag packed for Japan or come home, and I've kind of opened them up and I'll take bits out of them, but they'll be there for probably the next couple of months. That first time taking your ADHD meds is like your brain stops. It's just the most unreal feeling when it works. When it works, it's just exactly that. You all of a sudden you're like chatter, 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 chatter. What? Where are the voices in my head? I can now focus. The problem is that when it wears off or if it stops working, you want that again, and you're always chasing that again. And sometimes for some people it can take a long time, and that's the frustration. All of those horrors are 100% correct. They are some of the negative traits that we have with ADHD. I literally can get to the end of my day and, I haven't drunk. I'm wondering why I've got a massive headache. I haven't eaten or drunk at all. And I absolutely avoid my phone like the plague. I used to love my phone. If it rings, I panic. It's like, I do not ring people back. I don't like my phone except to scroll on social media, that fear of that phone and stuff. So it's all real. It's all real. Yeah, 1,000,001 things to do. I know what I'm going to do instead of I know what I'm going to do instead of doing all the things that I'm meant to do today. I'm just going to sit here and go, I don't know what to do. I've got all these millions of things to do. I don't know where to start. So guess what? I'm not.
5 signs of ADHD. My name is Dr. Jalil Mohammed. I'm a consultant psychiatrist and my job is to diagnose and treat mental health conditions. Number 1 is difficulty paying close attention to detail. People with this symptom tend to make careless mistakes when they're working on things that require detail, so they may end up working very, very slowly just to try to avoid those mistakes. They may also have difficulty in reading instructions carefully, and they may get bogged down in the details of what they need to do. Number 2 is difficulty sustaining attention on tasks. People with this symptom are quickly distracted by their own thoughts or things that are associated with whatever they're doing. They may also find it difficult to watch a film all the way through, or when they're reading a book, they'll start thinking about other things.
Last page of the book. I read the last chapter. It used to be last page. I now read the last chapter of the book because I need to know what's happening so I know it's okay to read the rest of the book.
Number 3, looking like you're not listening when being spoken to directly. People with this symptom might look like they're preoccupied and thinking about something else. They may have difficulty concentrating on the conversation itself, and they may end up changing subjects rapidly.
That is because you're looking at the person, you know that they're saying words to you, but sometimes the thing in your ear, or if there's background noise, you can't hear them anyway, and you're like, oh, I don't know what you're saying right now, but I've got to look like I do. Or you've got the million other voices in your head right now trying to think of an appropriate response before they finish, because you might end up at the end of the conversation and not know what to say.
Number 4, difficulty completing tasks. People with this symptom will often start a task, but they won't finish it. They'll get distracted, then they'll start doing something else, and then they won't finish that, and then they'll get distracted and start doing something else, and then they'll be muddled up with lots of tasks, but none of them finished.
100%. I will go and put the washing in the washing machine, and then I'll get distracted, so it'll be on, and then I have to put it on again because I forget about it. But I will then, while I'm in the laundry, I will look around and I'll go, oh, wait a minute, that towel that's down there, that needs to be folded and put into the cupboard. Oh, what's that in the cupboard? Oh, my goodness. Oh, I've got those old decorations, Christmas tree decorations. I might sort through them because I might not need them. I might throw some out now, or I might need some new ones. And I go through and I go, oh, wait a minute, this is something I haven't seen for ages. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting looking through the photo album.
Number 5 is difficulty in organisation. People with this symptom might have a really messy or disorganised house or workplace, but they also have a lot of difficulty keeping to time. So they're always late, and they often double book themselves or have difficulty scheduling tasks.
I pre-warn clients. I will say, hey, listen, don't book with me. You got to book with my VA. I will double book you. It's as simple as that. And never, everyone knows, all my friends know, tell me to arrive half an hour before you need me to arrive. So if we're going out to dinner at 7 o'clock, you tell me I have to be there at 6:30, right? I might arrive by 7:30. So I hope you really, really loved those reactions. I'm sure you'll probably be able to relate to some of them. Some of you might be thinking slightly different, but I had a lot of fun. So if you are an ADHD entrepreneur, you can relate to some of the quirks and things that I've just reacted to, or you just simply want to grow your business to 6 or 7 figures, make sure you do subscribe to Apple Podcast or Spotify and follow me on my socials so that I can give you more ADHD goodness to I guess, do better business. And if you liked this and you want to see more, make sure you comment below.